Like if you have a side hustle.
Perfect example. Say you review gadgets on YouTube. The cost of those gadgets could potentially be a business expense deducted against your earnings.
So you effectively get them tax-free as long as it's legitimate for the business.
Exactly. Smart tax planning.
Yeah.
Next is...
Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into a really crucial financial idea today.
Yeah, this whole concept of a non-linear path to wealth.
Exactly. And specifically, why getting your first $100,000 is, well, uniquely challenging.
But also maybe the most important step.
That's what we're exploring. It's inspired by this advice from a millionaire who basically said, look, don't stress about the millions yet.
Focus on the first 100K.
Right. Because after that, apparently your net worth just goes crazy.
It's a fascinating idea. So we need to understand why it's so tough initially.
And how that struggle really sets the stage for what comes next.
We're looking at, I think, two main reasons why that first bit feels like such an uphill battle.
Okay, so beyond just, saving money being hard in general, what makes that first $100,000 practically so difficult?
Well, the first big reason is your initial earning power. Honestly, you probably haven't built up the skills or the experience to really command those higher salaries just yet.
That makes sense. Early career limitations.
And this really hits home for younger generations. There was a study showing Gen Z has something like 86% less buying power than boomers had at their age.
Wow, 86%. That's a huge difference.
It really highlights the economic headwinds they face, making that initial saving push even harder.
So how do you even begin to tackle that? I know our sources mention the internet as maybe a bit of an equalizer.
Exactly. That's a key point. Younger folks, especially, can leverage online platforms, side hustles, things that weren't really available in the same way before.
A tech advantage to help overcome that initial earning hurdle. Okay, what's the second reason it's so tough?
The second one is the lack of significant compound interest working for you right at the start.
The snowball effect.
Right. Your money starts as a tiny snowball. It just doesn't pick up much speed or much extra snow in those early years.
So those first contributions are more about just building the base, not really relying on the interest to do the work for you yet.
Precisely. Like if you invest, say, $10,000 in an S&P 500 index fund.
Which tracks the big U.S. companies.
Yeah, assuming maybe a 7% average annual return. After 5 whole years, that $10K has only grown by about $4,175.
Not exactly life-changing growth in 5 years.
No. It shows why your contributions are so critical early on. But here's the flip side. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
After you hit that first $100,000 milestone, compound interest starts to, it stops being lame. It really kicks in.
It becomes a noticeable force.
Absolutely. Yeah. So getting from 0 to 100K, let's say it takes roughly 7.8 years with consistent investing.
Okay, that's the hard part.
But then getting the next $100K, so going from 100K to 200K, that only takes about 5.1 years.
Whoa, so that's, 35% faster?
Exactly, 35% faster, and it just keeps accelerating.
So the snowball is finally rolling downhill.
You got it. 200K to 300K might take just 3.78 years. Then 300 to 400K, maybe 3 years. Hitting $500,000, only another 2.5 years potentially.
That's incredible. So getting that first chunk, getting to $100 as fast as possible is really the key.
It unlocks that future growth. Like the millionaire source said, it just kind of takes off.
And get this, if you manage to save and invest that first $100K in something like the S&P 500, and then you never added another cent, just let it ride, you could still potentially become a millionaire in about 33 years. Just from that initial $100K compounding.
That really illustrates the power that gets unleashed after you conquer that first hurdle.
Okay, so we've established the why, the earning power issue, the slow start for compounding. But the point here is helping people do it.
Right. How do you actually bridge that gap and get there?
Our sources laid out a framework. It's an acronym. Growth.
Okay, let's break it down. G is first.
G is for gain control of your finances. This isn't just, tracking where your money goes.
It's more active than that.
Yeah, it's about actively engineering a surplus, really digging into needs versus wants, so you free up every possible dollar to aim at that $100K.
Makes sense. Okay, art.
R is root your investments. Basically, start investing as soon as you can, even if it's small amounts. Get that $100K working for you.
Yeah, the time in the market is key. Even $250 a month, say, in an S&P 500 fund at 7% over 40 years.
Yeah.
Could grow to over $650,000. And the vast majority of that, like $536,000, would just be from the compound interest itself.
Incredible. Okay, O?
O is optimize your tax management. This is about legally minimizing your tax bill using deductions, write-offs, tax-advantaged accounts.
Like if you have a side hustle.
Perfect example. Say you review gadgets on YouTube. The cost of those gadgets could potentially be a business expense deducted against your earnings.
So you effectively get them tax-free as long as it's legitimate for the business.
Exactly. Smart tax planning.
Yeah.
Next is W.
W, weed out debts. This is huge. I saw a figure. The average American has something like $221,800 in debt.
Yeah, it's a massive burden for many. So if you're carrying debt, you're definitely not alone.
And the strategy here is usually to tackle the highest interest rate debt first. Right?
Absolutely, because that's compound interest working against you. Every dollar you pay down, especially on high interest debt, stops that negative compounding.
Right. Okay, T.
T is there. Tap into additional streams of income. We mentioned side hustles earlier.
Yeah, diversifying your income.
It gives you more fuel, more capital to throw at that first $100 K target. And it's common now, something like half of Americans had one in 2023. It accelerates progress.
Okay, last one. H.
H is for heightened self-discipline, kind of the glue that holds it all together.
Yeah, you can know all the strategies, but actually doing them consistently.
That takes inner resolve. Discipline really is the engine here. The more consistently you apply these steps, the faster that financial snowball grows.
So wrapping this up then, what's the big takeaway for you listening?
We've seen that getting to your first $100,000 is tough. You've got early career earning limits. Compound interest is slow to start.
But the crucial insight is what happens after that point. Compound interest really takes over, making the next $100 K faster and the one after that even faster.
Yeah, that initial $100 K could potentially grow into $1 million over time, even if you stopped adding new money.
Yeah.
It's transformative.
And we've given you that growth method. Gain control, root investments, optimize taxes, weed out debts, tap new income, and heighten self-discipline.
It provides a clear path.
Which leads us to, I think, a final thought for you to consider. If discipline really is the currency of success, what's one small, consistent action you could start doing, maybe even today, to get your own financial snowball rolling faster towards that vital first $100,000?